We have an update to a story we brought you last weekend here on NewsNation Prime. A so-called mystery company, Flannery Associates, buying up farmland in between San Francisco and Sacramento near Travis Air Force Base in California. Now, they have spent $800 million over the last 5 years. And now 3 sides of the base are completely controlled by Flannery, sparking national security concerns. But after months of investigations from the federal government, no one can figure out who Flannery actually is and what their intentions are with this land. NewsNation's Emily Finn spoke with California Congressman John Garamendi about this, who says farmers are now being targeted in a massive lawsuit from this company. Emily.
That's right, Natasha. The more that NewsNation looks into this story, the more bizarre these land acquisitions seem to be. As you just mentioned, multiple agencies, including the Air Force's Foreign Investment Risk Review Office, are currently investigating what this mystery company, Flannery Associates, intends to do with the land. They've already purchased nearly 52,000 acres. And while questions still remain, a group of farmers in the area are now facing a $510 million lawsuit from Flannery, something Congressman Garamendi says could bankrupt the farmers.
Why? Why would somebody spend 5 to 10 times more than the normal price?
Congressman John Garamendi has questions for Flannery Associates' $800 million in land acquisitions surrounding Travis Air Force Base, saying these purchases just don't add up. Garamendi says he's been in contact with the families of farmers who sold their land to Flannery and claim that they didn't want to sell to begin with, but Flannery made them an offer they couldn't refuse. Mystery company Flannery Associates agreed to pay well above the market value of the land, but now Flannery is suing those families for $510 million, accusing them of conspiring together to inflate the value of the land, saying, quote, "This is a simple case about a group of wealthy landowners who saw an opportunity to conspire, collude, price fix, and illegally overcharge Flannery."
It is a suit designed to force the farmers to lawyer up, spend tens of thousands of dollars on lawyering, and maybe at the end of the day, bankrupt themselves.
Companies with ties to China have been ramping up efforts to buy American farmland in recent years, and Garamendi says there is valid concerns that Flannery's land acquisitions could be tied to our foreign rivals.
The fact that they chose to buy all 3 sides of the Travis Air Force Base raises immediate questions about national security. So is this Chinese money? We don't know. But we do know that the Chinese money was being used in North Dakota, and we have a very deep suspicion, given the amount of money, given the lack of attention to values, that they simply want to acquire all of this land.
NewsNation investigated a now thwarted deal with a Chinese-owned company in Grand Forks, North Dakota. Last year, 300 acres of farmland were purchased near the Grand Forks Air Force Base by Chinese-owned Fufeng, a deal raising red flags about potential spying. After pushback from the local community, the city council ultimately voted to end the project, citing national security concerns. Garamendi says the local community near Travis Air Force Base is riled up, just like the residents in Grand Forks, due to how critical this area is for the U.S. military.
Travis Air Force Base is absolutely essential. It is the gateway to the Pacific. And a good deal of the munitions that are going to Ukraine also pass through Travis Air Force Base.
So let's put this all into perspective here, Natasha. China has been buying up American farmland for years, and the USDA reports nearly 384,000 acres of agricultural land in the U.S. is already controlled by the Chinese. And the rate at which they're purchasing this land is rising exponentially. Over the past 5 years, Chinese ownership of American farmland has increased 55%. And when we map out exactly where this land is located, almost 3/4 are here in the South. About 16% of these Chinese-owned farms are on the West Coast, and that's where the nearly $1 billion of land acquisitions from Flannery Associates is located. Many questions are still remaining about
who is behind Flannery Associates and their intentions with this land, Natasha.
Yeah, it is a mystery. Emily Finn, we appreciate you breaking it down. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.